Picture this. You're a retired cop. Your son is dead. You're working a parking booth.
Pay the $3, or you go back inside and you get an additional sticker.
The most powerful drug cartel in North America is operating 2 miles from your house. Most people keep their head down. Mike Ehrmantraut looked at that situation and thought, yeah, I can work with this. Tuco Salamanca, Hector Salamanca, Lalo, DEA. By the time they realized what Mike was doing, it was already done. So here's every single time he made someone look completely stupid. Getting Tuco arrested.
Talking to me.
Here's a fun question. How do you get a paranoid, violent cartel enforcer arrested without touching him and while making $50,000 in the process? Nacho Varga came to him desperate. Tuco Salamanca was getting more unstable by the day, and Nacho was convinced he was next on the receiving end of it. His first idea was simple. Just kill him. Mike almost went along with it, got as far as nearly buying a rifle. Killing a Salamanca doesn't end anything. So instead, Mike made a phone call, reported a disturbance at a restaurant, then drove into the parking lot and barely tapped Tuco's car. Walked inside, ordered food, acted like a retired guy with nowhere to be. When Tuco came in screaming, Mike just didn't engage. Brushed him off, offered insurance information, refused to pay. And the more he refused, the closer Tuco got to snapping, which was exactly the point. By the time the sirens were close, Nacho had the drug money, Tuco had a gun charge, and Mike had a broken face and $50,000. Robbing Hector's truck, $250,000, and a garden hose. When Hector threatened Kaylee, Mike made a decision. He cooperated on the surface, testified, took his 50 grand, and then immediately started planning to take something back. He staked out the ice cream shop, tracked the delivery routes, figured out the money was hidden inside the rear tires of the transport trucks, built a spike strip out of a garden hose and nails, positioned himself behind a billboard off a desert road and waited. Truck rolls up, tires blow, driver reaches for his weapon, steps outside. Mike's already standing behind him. $250,000, gone. No violence beyond one zip tie, no connection back to anyone. The cartel spent weeks trying to figure out what happened and came up with nothing. The border bust, the sneaker move. This one is so specific and so patient that it almost doesn't feel real. Mike got a small amount of cocaine, stuffed it in a sneaker, tied the pair together, and threw them over a power line on a road Hector's drivers used regularly. Then he set up a sniper position nearby and fired a few rounds into the air, made it sound like hunters so nobody would question gunshots later. When the truck stopped under the shoes at a dead drop, Mike shot the sneaker. Cocaine dusted the roof and the back steps of the vehicle. Drug dogs at the checkpoint hit on it immediately. Full search. Drivers arrested. Shipment seized. Hector had no idea where the leak was coming from. As far as the cartel knew, it was just bad luck. The parking garage. Lalo Salamanca was following Werner Ziegler, Gus's engineer. If Lalo reached him, the entire lab project was finished. Mike pulled into a parking garage. Lalo followed. Mike chewed a piece of gum, flattened it, wrapped it in the foil, and jammed it into the ticket machine at the gate. Gate breaks. Car behind it gets stuck. Lalo is trapped. By the time Lalo rammed his way through, Mike was gone. And then, because Mike never wastes anything, he later used the same parking garage incident to connect Lalo to a murder at a travel wire office, which helped get Lalo arrested. The balloon trick, Mylar, power lines, and a shoe chow had gone quiet. Mike showed up to check on him and found cartel hitmen had taken over the warehouse. He grabbed a bundle of helium balloons and sent them into the power lines. Everything went dark. 2 men came outside. Mike dropped both with one shot. Inside, total darkness. He slipped off the secretary's shoe and threw it down a hallway. A hitman ran toward the sound. Mike shot him from behind. 1 man left, still in the room with Chow. Mike looked at Chow's face and read the whole situation without a word being spoken. Hand signals. Chow pointed with his eyes. Mike fired through the wall. Then he shot Chow in the hand for not calling fast enough. The toy at the door, 3 seconds of distraction. After Gus died, Lydia hired Chris Mara, one of Mike's own former guys, to clean up loose ends. $30,000 to kill Mike specifically. Chris got Chow to call Mike and lure him over, then shot Chow the moment the call ended. When Mike pulled up, something felt wrong. He walked toward the front door anyway. Chris watched through the peephole, gun raised. Then a small motorized toy started bumping against the door. Chris leaned toward the peephole to see what it was. Mike was already coming through the back. He sat Chris down, heard the whole story, let him finish explaining why he needed the money. Then shot him. The DEA, the note. After Gus died, Hank and Gomez brought Mike in for questioning. Pressed him about offshore accounts, the drug operation, everything.
Drug it. First time hearing about that.
He asked if he was under arrest. They said no. He left. Later, at a park with Kaylee, Mike spotted Gomez watching from a distance. Before leaving, he wrote something on a piece of paper and tucked it under a trash can. Gomez thought it was a dead drop, evidence, a handoff, something useful. He walked over and picked it up. Mike knew they were there the whole time. He just wanted them to know that he knew.